You're welcome to just sit cross-legged, no problem. But if it works well for your body to sit in Virasana, begin by grabbing 1 or even 2 blocks and place your block in between your ankles on the widest setting. So it's short, but it's wide. And then come up onto your fingertips and take a moment to untuck your tailbone, to kind of flick your tailbone up and look forward to the wall in front of you. And then press down into all 10 toenails and slowly lower your seat to the block. And then from here, walk your hands in and up onto your thighs and sit. So you'll notice you're on the front edge of your sitting bones when you come into Virasana this way, instead of slumped under on your sacrum. Before you close your eyes, interlace all 10 fingers and then press them straight out in front of you and squeeze the block with your ankles. And then from here, draw your arms up over your head, up towards the ceiling, Parvatasana arms. And we'll take a nice deep breath in and find length, front, sides, and back of your body. And then as you exhale, hug your navel to your spine. Hug your front ribs into the midline and down towards your pelvis. One more time, deep breath in. And as you exhale, navel to spine and front ribs hug in and down. Now inhale, get nice and tall. Keep this space, this length, and release your fingers. Exhale, draw your hands down to your thighs, but keep that lift that the Parvatasana arms helped you to locate in your torso. Close your eyes. If you haven't already, this is the perfect moment to start to connect to your breath a bit more closely, a bit more fully. So feel that you can begin to connect into Ujjayi pranayam, sifting the breath past the back of the throat as you breathe in and out through your nose. And begin to build a little pause right at the very top of your inhale. And then another little pause right at the very bottom of your exhale. And keep this going, slow, spacious, steady breath with a little pause at the top, little pause at the bottom. So that just by steadying the breath before we even move the body all that much, we start to find a bit more balance. Maybe you've been holding your breath or breathing shallow, short breaths today. Begin to feel into the fullness of your breath and the fullness of the complete exhale. One more round at your own pace. All right, when you finish that last exhale, blink your eyes open. And you can come on up to all fours if you have a block or two. Just move it out of the way. You can put your blocks somewhere near the top of your mat so they're useful for later. And then from here, lower down onto your forearms. So elbows to the mat, forearms parallel. Pause and tuck your toes under. Push the ground away from you so you feel the shoulder blades protract or widen. And then lift your knees, lift your hips, dolphin pose. You might want to bend your knees here. That might be useful. Push down from your elbows, clear down to your wrists. And then you can stay right where you are or wiggle your left foot to the middle and lift your right leg up for 3 deep breaths. Can you square your hips, drawing the outer left hip crease up and the inner right thigh up? And can you ground down into your palms and your wrists? And then lower the right leg if you're lifting, or keep both feet on the ground. Right foot to the middle. Left leg reaches up. Square hips. Slow, steady breath. push the floor away from you. Broaden your shoulder blades. If you're lifting your left leg, draw your outer right hip up, your inner left thigh up. And then with your next exhale, go ahead and lower that leg and come into child's pose. So knees nice and wide, big toes touch, arms outstretched, and forehead to the mat. Can you walk your fingertips maybe even just a little bit further forward? And then bring your palms together. Prayer seal, thumbs up. And then bend your elbows and maybe again walk them forwards. Press down into your elbows and start to bring the thumbs towards the back of your head or the back of your neck. Good, and take 3 more deep breaths right where you are. So keep pressing down into your elbows. Press down into the triceps. And at the same time, reach the thumb tips towards the back of your neck, the back of your head. Last breath here. Good. And then from here, release your prayer hands. Beautiful. And come on back, downward dog. So find your way to all fours and then back up into your first down dog, your first dog of the practice. So take your time in this first down dog if you want to tread through your feet or bend your knees or do whatever you need. Shake your head out. Say hello to your dog. And then we'll take a little stroll all the way forward to the top of the mat. Find your way into a forward fold. You might want to bend your knees here. That's fine, right? If that helps you to hinge from your hips a little more clearly. Spread your toes, lift your arches. Inhale, half lift, hands to the shins or in line with your toes. Good. And then exhale, fold again. Feel free to bend your knees if you need. And as you inhale, circle your arms down, around, and all the way up over your head. And then exhale, gather your hands to your heart. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, circle your arms down, around, and up. Push into your feet, look up. Exhale, fold forward, bending the knees if that's useful to hinge from your hip. Inhale, half lift, hands to your shins or in line with your toes. And as you exhale, step back, plank pose, top of a push-up. Good, let's hold here, 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Gorgeous. Exhale, 1. Scoop the tailbone to the heels. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Find your fingertip grip, root down. 1 more deep breath in. Good, and then this time as you exhale, let's lower all the way down to your belly, all the way down for cobra. Point your toes, hug your elbows in. Bhujangasana, cobra pose. You can make it a little baby cobra or like a medium cobra. Take a couple breaths. Yeah, roll your shoulders away from your ears. Press down into your pinky toenails. Hug your elbows in. If you're in a medium cobra, you might find that action of traction, pulling your rib cage forward away from your hip bones. Awesome. And then lower back down, tuck your toes, push up to all fours, and then press back, downward facing dog. Two more deep breaths right here. Inhale wide into the sides of your rib cage. And as you exhale, feel your pelvic floor lift in and up, up, up. Your low belly tone back towards your spine. Bottom of your next exhale, look forward, step, hop, or float all the way to the top of your mat, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, circle your arms down, around, and up over your head. And exhale, bend your knees, brush the floor, Utkatasana. As you inhale, reach your arms up, but stay just as low as you were to be able to skim the floor with your fingers. Good. Take 2 more here. And on your next exhale, you'll make fists and stand on your right, lift your left foot, lift your left knee, bend your elbows. And then inhale like you're heading through a bent right knee, warrior 3. Reach your left leg back and look forward. Hug your elbows in, widen your collarbones. Good, and then step your left foot back and reach your arms up, high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Nice. One more deep breath in. Stay here, 3. Now reach up a little taller with your left fingertips and reach your left fingertips forward and your right fingertips back. So you're twisting, you've got it, to the long right edge of your mat. Reach out from right to left fingers. Hug your inner thighs in. You might notice that right thigh wants to drift laterally. Gather it in. For one more breath. And then take your left hand down to the ground inside your right foot and reach your right arm up with your right palm facing the short edge of your mat where your right toes are pointing. Yes, and then start to turn your ribs and your chest and maybe even turn your vision. Look up, see your right thumb with your left eye. 2 more. Now, as you exhale, bring both hands inside of your right foot. Pause. Let's place the left foot down at a 45-degree angle. And you could keep your right hand in line, heel of hand, heel of foot, or you could slide your right forearm to your right thigh. I'll leave that up to you. So forearm to thigh or hand to the floor. Take your left hand to your sacrum. Bend your back knee a little bit and lift your sacrum up into your left hand. Now straighten your left, bend your right knee forward, right over your right heel, knee over heel. And then from there, take the left arm up to the ceiling, Parshva Konasana, side angle pose. So you can have your right forearm on your thigh, you can have the palm of your right hand on the floor. Can you root down into your left heel? And then from there, lengthen forward through your spine. And connect your ribs, rotating left, your chest, rotating left, and your vision, rotating left up to that left thumb. Right eye sees left thumb. One more breath. Now, from here, let's find side plank on the right hand. So if you're on your forearm, you might come down, step back into plank, and then take right side plank. If you're on your palm, keep it there. Step your right foot back and stack your ankles. And then lift your left arm. So however you get there, we're all going to meet up in the same place. Right hand down, right foot down. You got it. Left arm up. And then push down into the floor with your right hand so that if you're kind of hanging out here, you find these muscles right under the right shoulder blade and ribs, and you lift up. Yes. Good. And then can you find your glutes and kind of press the front of your pelvis forward? One more breath wherever you are. And then come on back, plank pose, and take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And one more here. Good, as you exhale, chaturanga, shift forward, bend your elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Take 3 deep breaths. Slow it down. One more full breath. Bottom of your exhale, look forward, step, hop, or float, right where you're looking, top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, beautiful fold. Utkatasana, fierce pose. 2 breaths. So this time, we're going to stand on the left on that second exhale, bend your right knee and lift it. Exhale, make your fists, lift your right knee. Yep. Good. And then from here, start to bend your left knee and reach your right leg back like warrior 3 with a bent left knee and look forward. Can you lift your elbows up to the ceiling and hug them in? Good. Can you straighten your right knee? Look forward. One more breath. And then come back into your high lunge, right foot back, arms up. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. Push straight off the center of your right big toe mound where it meets the ball of your foot, and from there go up through the breastbone. On your next inhale, reach your right arm up a little taller, and then reach your right arm forward and your left arm back. Now you might notice this left leg wants to drift laterally, so activate your inner thigh, hug it in, right inner thigh hugs in, and from there you lift up through the low spine and look out over your left thumb. For one more breath. Now, right hand down inside of your left foot and left arm up and twist. Maybe start to see your left thumb with your right eye. You can close your left to help you find your left thumb with just your right eye. Go around yourself. Both hands inside of your left foot. And yeah, good. Plant your right heel down at 45. You can draw your forearm to your thigh or keep the heel of your left hand in line with the heel of the foot. Take the right hand to your sacrum. Bend your back knee a little bit and lift your sacrum to your hand. Now straighten the back knee and bend your left knee right over your left heel. Yes, nice. And then reach your right arm up, Parshva Konasana. So you can do this on your left forearm to thigh, or with your left hand to the floor. You're turning your ribs, turning your chest, turning your vision to see your right thumb with your left eye. You can try, same idea, kind of closing the right eye and seeing the thumb with your left eye. Push off of the back heel, go forward through your crown. Now open the eyes if they're closed or right eye is closed. Side plank on your left hand. You can come through plank if you're on your forearm, or just reach your left foot back, stack it up. Push down into the ground so you feel these muscles under your left armpit squeeze, and you lift up a little higher. Yes. Yeah, nice. Now engage your glutes and press the front of your pelvis forward. 2 more. On your next exhale, plank pose, top of a push-up. Exhale here. Take a deep breath in. Shift forward, bend your elbows into your ribs, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And take 3 deep breaths. Look forward and step, hop, or float top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, 2 breaths. On your second exhale, stand on your right foot, bend your left knee, make your fists. Inhale, bend your right knee, warrior 3. Look forward, elbows in and up. Exhale, high lunge. Inhale, reach up. Exhale here. Inhale, left arm reaches a little higher. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back, twist. Take a deep breath in. And then this time, take your left arm across your right thigh for your twist. Make a fist with your left hand and take your right hand to your sacrum. Turn your ribs and chest and vision to the right. Reach your right arm to the back of your mat. Scoop the palm up to the ceiling. Like you're scooping up the space behind you. Reach your right arm up. Your left hand is a fist. Your right hand is flat. As you exhale, bring the flat right to the fist left and turn, turn, turn to the right. 2 more. Now from here, exhale both hands inside of your right foot. Pause and plant your left heel down at a 45-degree angle. Right forearm to thigh or right heel of hand and heel of foot in line. Left hand to your sacrum. Bend your left knee. Lift your sacrum into your hand. And then straighten your left. Bend your right over your right heel. Draw your left arm up and then wrap it behind your back. So you can bring your hand to your back, to your right thigh, half bind, or if your hand is down, maybe twine the right arm under the right leg, full bind. 5 breaths. Bound side angle, half or full, whatever works well. Push off of your left heel, lengthen through your spine, open through your chest, and look up. Now, from here, gently, slowly release. You're either going to come back into plank for right side plank or plant your right hand, step your right foot back, stack your ankles. Now this time, take your left knee, draw it up, take your left peace sign fingers, if you're going on, grab your big toe, and start the process. It doesn't have to straighten all the way. You might stop here. The process of straightening the left leg. Now, can you find your glutes and press the front of your pelvis forward, and maybe even look up for 2 more. Press into the right hand, lift right under the right armpit, find that arc of the right waist. And then from here, plank pose. And take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Look forward. Step, hop, or float where you're looking. Utkatasana, inhale. Hold here, exhale 1. Inhale, lift your right knee, exhale 2. Inhale, warrior 3 with a bent left knee. Exhale, step it way back. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale here. Inhale, lift up through your right arm. Exhale, twist left. Big breath in. Exhale, pull yourself apart. Left fingers to right. 1 more, big breath in. Exhale, right arm across, left thigh. Left palm to your sacrum. So in this twist, notice if you start to sink and sag in your hips. And can you find that spark of your low belly up to your low back? Now, from here, reach your left arm back. Scoop the left palm up. Right hand is a fist. Like you're gathering the space behind you. Reach it up to the ceiling. And then take your flat left hand to your curled right fist. And find that twist. 2 more. All right, gently, slowly release both hands inside of your left foot. Plant your right heel down at a 45-degree angle. You can do hand and foot in line or forearm on your thigh. Right palm to your sacrum. For a moment, bend your back knee and lift your sacrum up into your palm. Now straighten your right knee, bend your left knee over heel. Right arm to the ceiling, half or full bind, you choose. You can do hand on the back, hand on the left thigh, or thread your left arm under and interlace it. Bound side angle. Yeah, good. Open your chest. Lean back with your upper back. And breathe. Three more. Last deep breath in. Full breath out. Side plank on your left. So if you're bringing your hand down, go right into it, or come into plank to get your hand down. Left hand on the ground, left foot on the ground. You can modify in any way, forearm or kickstand your right foot, or lift and open your hip. Maybe grab your right big toe and then lift your right leg. Or start the process. It doesn't have to straighten all the way. Right, you've got to start somewhere. 2 more breaths. Press the front of the pelvis forward as you lean back with your shoulder blades. And then we'll come back, plank. Full breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out through your mouth. And again. Now, walk your hands all the way back towards your feet at the back of your mat. From here, bend your knees We're gonna roll up through the spine, spinal segmentation, super slow. Drop your head, drop your arms, start to roll up with bent knees. For 10, 9, 8, slow it down, 7, 6, start to straighten your knees, 5, engage your belly, 4, 3, 2, looking straight ahead on 1. Good, roll your shoulders up and back and down. And then from here, stand at the back of your mat. I'm just gonna move to face you, stay where you are. Feet hips width apart. Reach your arms up over your head, grab your left wrist with your right hand, and then side bend. And notice if all the weight just went into your right foot. Can you push into your left foot and your right foot? Maybe look up under your left armpit. For one more huge breath. And then as you're ready, go ahead and gently release, come back up and switch. So bend your knees, grab your right wrist with your left hand, straighten your knees, lift up tall, side bend left. And then notice if all the weight just went in your left foot and try to bring a little into your right. Maybe look up under your right armpit. One more deep breath. And then as you're ready, come on back up. Good, and from the back of your mat, bring your hands down by your sides, reverse your spinal segmentation with straight knees. Roll down for 10. Drop your head, 9. 8, rolling through the thoracic, the mid-back, 7. 6, bend your knees, 5. 4, rolling through the low back, the lumbar, 3. 2, 1. From the back of your mat, look forward, and you can either pounce right into plank or walk your hands there. So you can either go into it, yeah, spring, strike, yeah, good, or walk your hands out, no biggie. Chaturanga, Urdhva Mukha, Adho Mukha. All right, from here, inhale and look forward, and as you exhale, step your right foot right where you're looking and lower your left knee. Spin your left shin back behind you and face towards the long left side of your mat, and then straighten your right knee. Parigasana. So for this pose today, I want you to really engage your left glute and drive your left hip forward so you don't pike at your pelvis. Okay, reach your left arm up and side bend. So you might not go as low when you get really vertical through your left hip. That's okay. As you side bend up and over to the right wall, can you revolve your rib cage towards the left? Take one more breath here. And then slowly come on up, and again, pivot to the top of your mat, and then bend into your right knee, and we'll pick up the left knee and kind of scooch it back a little. So kind of pick up the knee, tuck the toes, scooch it back, lower it down. Both hands on top of the right thigh. Press down into your palms to lift your low belly up off of the top of your thigh. You can stay right here or bend your knee, catch your foot, and start to pull the left heel in. The belly tones up and the tailbone scoops down. Stay here, or right finger to the first finger to the tip of the thumb and up. And you can do this mudra with the left foot down, grabbing the left foot, or you can keep your right hand on your right thigh for balance. 2 more. And then from here, just gently unwind, step back, plank pose. One last side plank, right hand under your nose, roll to the outer edge of your right foot. Now take your left leg, slide it up, lift your foot off your leg, take your left palm to your knee, and start to turn your chest, your ribs, towards the left. You might even look straight up to the ceiling and start to follow that point along the ceiling like a line towards the wall that your right fingertips are pointing at. One more breath. Wild thing. Left foot behind your right knee. So go behind, yeah. And then reach your left arm forward to the front of your mat and start to go around yourself and open it. So you're turning your chest and your pelvis up to the ceiling. 2 more. Yes, beautiful. As you exhale, come on back, plank pose. Hold here as you exhale. Inhale in plank and exhale to your belly. Draw your arms flat and long by your thighs, palms down. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down, and then lift your head, chest, and legs, locust. Now spin your thumbs down, pinkies up. Yup, and lift your arms up. Maybe lift your legs and your ribs a little higher. Without interlacing your hands, bring your palms very close, almost touching if you can. Lift your pinkies high, palms in. 1 more breath. Good. Up dog. Plant your hands. Rock it into your feet. Firm your thighs. Down dog. Take a deep breath in. Look forward between your hands. Exhale, left foot there, right where you're looking. Good. Lower your right knee down. Spin your right shin behind you and face the long right edge of your mat. Wiggle your left foot out for Parigasana. Get really vertical in your right hip. Looks good. And then take your right arm up and over, side bend. Without piking, try to get really vertical, right knee to bottom right ribs. Yeah, good. As if you're right up against a wall, from your right knee at the baseboard, clear up to your belly, your low right belly. 1 more breath. And then we'll slowly come on up and again pivot to the top of your mat, right shin back. And then lunge and tuck the back toes, pick up the back knee and slide it back a little further, back and down. Hands to your left thigh, press down, lift the belly. You can stay right here or take your right hand and catch your foot and pull it in. The belly lifts, the tailbone lengthens. Perhaps the left first finger draws to the thumb and you reach that mudra up over your head. Steer your right rib cage forward. 1 more breath. And then from here, just gently, slowly release it. Side plank, left hand. Modification or this option again to externally rotate your right leg, lift the knee, foot off of the left leg, and catch right palm to knee. Maybe turn your chest, your vision up to the ceiling, or follow that point like a line out to the wall where your left fingers are pointing. For 1 more. Wild thing. Bring your right foot behind your left knee, reach your right arm forward, and then go around yourself. Turn yourself inside out. That's it. Pelvis and chest up. 1 more. Reach through your right fingers. And as you exhale, come on back. Plank. Deep breath in to your belly. Exhale. Locust, palms down, roll your shoulders back and down. Lift your head, chest, and legs, thumbs down, pinkies up. Lift your arms like you're going to clap your hands, but without touching. Palms in, pinkies up. Palms in, pinkies up. Yes, 1 more. And then make it easy by connecting or grabbing a strap if they don't connect, right? Isn't that so much easier? Yeah, good. 1 more breath. All right, up dog, legs down, hands down, knees up, chest wide. Exhale, down dog. 3 deep breaths. Last standing set. Inhale and lift your right leg up. Exhale and open your right hip, bend your knee. Now you can stay here or go slow and flip yourself back into wild thing from down dog. Right foot behind, right arm reaches forward and turn yourself inside out. If you have a shoulder injury, hold down dog, don't do this. 1 more. We're gonna exhale and meet up with our friends in three-legged down dog. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, right foot forward, warrior two. Left heel down, left arm windmills up over your head and back. Reverse triangle, inhale. Reach back, straighten your right knee. Exhale, triangle, reach forward. Take your right hand to your shin or even a block right behind it or the floor. Take your left palm to your sacrum and like we did earlier, bend your back knee a little bit. Lift your sacrum up to your left palm. Now straighten your left knee so this hip will roll forward. You're not trying to stack your hips, but you allow your back hip to roll forward. Take your left arm over the crown of your head like the wall in front of you, where your right toes are pointing. Press off of your left heel and lengthen those bottom ribs forward away from the top of your pelvis. With your next exhale, bring your left hand around your left hip bone and then bend your right knee. And you might want to grab a block here. So the block would go tall height, about 2 feet in front of the right baby toe for half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Or you could bring your hand to like a water bottle, right? Or the floor, whatever you've got. Yeah, and then reach your left arm up. You can stay right here or bend your left knee, catch your left foot, Chapasana, kick the foot behind you. Yeah, so you can keep it straight. No need to grab it if that doesn't feel good to your body today. If your leg is straight, after a couple more breaths, you're going to come into standing splits, squaring your hips and pouring your torso forward over your right leg. If you have the foot, keep it and square your hips. You might have to bend your right knee a little, that's okay. And flip your grip to the inside of your left foot. Yeah, and if you have a block, I'm going to move the computer a little. You'll bring the block like right in front of the foot rather than in front of the baby toe, in front of the center of the foot. So here's the deal. If you are in standing splits, after a couple breaths, you'll lower your left foot, stand, and come into dancer's pose, grabbing your left. Otherwise, if you're here, bend your right knee, kick into your left hand. This is a little tricky, so bear with me if you fall. Try it again. Right arm forward, and then slowly come on up. So if that didn't happen, I get it. Just stand, grab your left foot with your left hand, reach your right arm forward, and kick. 3 more. Natarajasana. And then we'll hug the left knee in. So bend your left knee in front of you. Take a breath. All right. Bend your right knee. Hook your left ankle across your right thigh. Bring your hands to your hips. Hinge at your hips to sit back. So I don't want this to happen. I don't want the tailbone to tuck and the chest to round. We want to do the opposite, like untuck your tail and look forward, like a little upper back bend. You can put your hands on 1 or 2 blocks or the floor, but watch if you get ambitious to grab the floor and you start to wilt and round like a macaroni noodle. Try to keep the extension. Yes. Nice. In your spine. Bend your right knee. Yes, yes, yes. These look good. And that will help you feel more in your left hip. 2 more. So we've got a couple options from here. You could just sit down, lie down on your back, left ankle over right thigh, or we're going to head into pigeon. Slide your left foot, ball of the foot down, fingertips in front of your mat. Slide your right leg back, and then lower down onto your left shin, your left hip. You're welcome to toss a block or a pillow under your left hip. That might feel more balanced. And now before you come down, and we will come down, trust me, we will, stay upright and tuck your back toes under and pick up your back knee. Push down into your left shin. So can you find, rather than sinking, which crunches up the low back, that you can push and be like buoyant, like a little duck bobbing on the surface of the water rather than sinking under, right? You can press into blocks. You can press into the floor. You can press your left hand to your thigh and your right hand to your ankle. Now, notice if your body wants to twist towards the right. Can you draw your right lung forward and square it? You can stay here, or your back knee is lifted. You're pushing into your left shin like you did in locust. Reach your arms back, thumbs down, pinkies up. And then reach the pinkies higher and the palms closer. Yes, and then maybe interlace your hands or grab a strap. Pull the knuckles back, widen the collarbones. Push down into the left shin. And as you exhale, lower it all down, lower the right toenails down, untuck it, slide it forward. Let's come on down here, pigeon. So you're welcome to gather all the pillows and the blocks or whatever you need to put under your head or your left hip. Set yourself up nicely, sweetly here. Good. Feel your right pinky toenail draw down into the ground. Soften your shoulders. Soften your jaw. Take 5 more deep breaths here. Ease your way back up. Find your way back to all fours. And then back to down dog when you're ready. No rush. I know that was kind of a pigeon pie. So just give yourself a moment to pick it back into down dog. If you want to kind of rinse it out with a chaturanga up dog and meet us here, that might feel good for some of you. It might feel good just to hold and hunker into down dog for others. So we'll take another breath and then meet up in down dog if you're not there already. All of that on the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, open your hip, bend your knee. Stay here, or wild things. Flip slowly, releasing your left arm forward and turning yourself inside out. Amazing. For 2 more breaths, reach through your left hand. And then as you exhale, come on back. 3-legged down dog. Left hand down, left leg up. Exhale, warrior 2, left foot forwards. Right heel down, windmill it up. Reverse warrior, inhale. Reverse triangle, Inhale. Exhale, triangle. Reach across the room. Left hand to the shin, the block, or the floor. Take your right palm to your sacrum. Bend your right knee, lift your sacrum up into your palm. Now push into the right foot, straighten the knee. Yes, and then slide your right arm forward, Utthita Trikonasana, and turn to look under your armpit, the ceiling. Slow down your breath. Feel the complete breath. And the complete exhalation. Maybe the pause at the top and the bottom. 2 more. And as you exhale, right hand to your right hip, half moon, bend your left knee. You can grab a tall block, a water bottle, or left hand to the floor, 2 feet in front of your baby toe. And then pick up your right leg and stack your hips and your shoulders. Open your right arm, and then maybe bend the right knee. Chapasana, grab the foot kick. You can also keep the right leg straight. Keep reaching out through the right heel. Yeah. So just pick what suits you well on this side. 2 more. If you don't have the foot, in a moment, standing split, square it. If you do have the foot, you might have to bend your left knee. Try to square your pelvis, still holding the right foot. So now instead of the right foot pointing to the left wall, it'll point to the ceiling. And then switch your grip to the inside of your ankle if you're still holding it. And then you have this super challenge moment to stand in dancers, or just stand, right? And then grab your right foot and reach your left arm forward. So the trick with this tricky transition is to reach with your left hand And kick with your right foot at the same steady rate, so there's no slack. Pull yourself apart generously in either direction. 3 more. And then when you're ready, stand and hug your right knee into your chest, bottom of that 3rd breath. Okay, bend your left. Hook your right ankle over your left. Sit your hips back and look forward, reach your heart forward. And then maybe put a block or 2 under your hands, or your hands can come to the floor. Yeah, good. Bend your left knee, look forward. Happy, healthy hips. So if you're doing the modification, you'll lie down, right ankle over left thigh this time. Otherwise, lower your right ball of the foot to the ground, slide your left leg back, and then lower down onto your right shin, your right hip. You can toss a block under your right hip. And we're gonna stay lifted, so your right shin will be forwards this time. Right leg is the forward leg. So tuck your left toes, pick up your left knee so it's not on the ground, it's up, like an up dog. And you can be on your blocks. That can feel really nice. Or you can bring your hands to the ground or to your ankle and your thigh. And find that you can push into the shin. You're kind of buoyant from the base. Stay here or reach back. Draw the palms in and the pinkies up for 1 more breath. Interlace. Pull the arms back or hold a strap. Pull the arms back. Push into your shin. And then lower your left knee way back behind you. Release to the top of the toes and come forward. Use any props you need for support. So you could put your block, your pillow under your head, under your right hip. Hunker in. Good. You might even close your eyes. Notice where your body can soften or relax more fully here. Good. Two more. Now, this time, you'll just come on up to seated. So you can swing your left leg around. With your legs both out in front of you, bend your right knee, bring your foot in, and then I'll face you. You can face where you're facing. Open your leg out for hurdlers, so your thighs will be at a 90-degree angle. Yeah, your right knee points to the long right edge. If this hurts your knee, take Janu Sirsasana instead with the right foot to the inner left thigh. Root into your fingertips, bend your left knee, and lift your whole bottom up off the ground. And then flick your tailbone back and sit on the front edge of your sitting bones. This can stay bent, or if you're more flexible, it can straighten. Walk your hands forward to your edge. It might be like one handprint forward. It might be further forward. Hurdler stretch. So your left knee can stay bent the whole time if that helps you, so that you don't start to curl under on your sacrum. One more breath here. And then come on up and bring your right foot back in front of you. Open your left leg. You can stay where you are. I'm just turning. Unless if you want to be on your mat, you can face the long edge of it. So your left leg will go out to the side. Your right foot will start in front of your pelvis. And if it's available, as we get deeper, the foot can move out a little bit. The knee can move out to the right, okay? But let's start here. Take your left hand to your right kneecap. We'll start with it here. Take your right hand behind you and turn towards the right. And then reach your right palm up to the ceiling and scoop up and over towards your left leg. Parvrita Janu Sirsasana, but don't let go. Keep the contact of your left hand and your right knee. This could also be bent if this is a big stretch for your adductors, your groins, your inner thighs. Maybe you have more flexibility and you catch the foot and you make contact opposite hemispheres. Right hand, left foot, left hand, right knee. As you side bend to the left, you turn to the right. So the pose, Parvrita Janu Sirsasana, means revolved head to knee, because you revolve so much that one day it's like the back of your head will touch the knee. I know. But you're really not just side bending, you're revolving. Now, from here, you can still hold the knee, but if you want, you can let go. And this is where you would slide your right knee out to the right a little bit further. And then your left hand could reach inside of the left leg or grab the heel with your left hand. So both hands grab the foot. Wherever you are, take 3 more breaths. Revolved head to knee pose. Feel your right lung, your right ribs. Last breath. And then slowly come up out of it. Let's try all that on the other side. All right, so bring your left foot in, and you can either just come into Janu Sirsasana if that's better on your knees, or bring your left thigh like 90 degrees from your right. Bend your right knee, float your whole bottom up. Untuck your tailbone, little anterior tilt, and as you sit, you're on the front edge of your sitting bones. You can keep this bent, or you can straighten it and start to walk forward to your edge, maybe just a hand print. So you want to think of leading with your belly rather than going really far and like you get stuck back when you're at your computer, right? So we've done all this great work to make space in the front body and engage the back body. One of the great things that yoga helps us with. So keep that as you come forward. Try not to collapse back out of it. Yeah. So it might mean you don't go as far forward. Maybe you bend the knee. Good. 2 more. Lengthen your bottom ribs. Beautiful. Forward off the back of your pelvis. All right. And then slowly come on up and bring your left foot in front of your pelvis, your right leg out to the side. So again, as you get deeper into it, this can open if that makes sense for your body. Right hand, left knee, left hand behind you. This could be bent or straight. Twist to the left. Reach your left palm up, scoop it overhead, side bend. Keep holding right hand to left knee as you side bend. And as you side bend to the right, you revolve to the left. Maybe if there's more mobility, so if there's less mobility, this can stay bent. That can be really nice. If there's more mobility, maybe you catch left hand, right foot, right hand, left knee. So there's a little cross-lateral wake up for the brain and the body. And you can stay here. This might feel great, or let go and reach your right arm inside. Maybe even bring the heel of the foot into the palm of your hand. And then here's where that left knee can start to widen. And you turn, revolved head to knee pose. Turn, turn, turn. 3 more breaths. Open your left lung, left ribs, left side body. Open your chest, widen your collarbones as you turn. Okay, good. Slowly, slowly, come on up out of it. Okay, we're gonna lie down on the back. If you have a strap, grab it. Clip yourself in, hips width. So this can go right over the middle of your thighs. We'll take one last back bend, which will feel amazing after the side bends and rotations we've done. All right, So if you have a strap, it's around your middle thighs, about hips width. If you don't have a strap, don't worry about it. Bridge or wheel. And if you're taking wheel, start with bridge. Or upright bow, whatever you want to call this one. Okay, so press into your palms, roll up, interlace your fingers, or just press down into your palms. You can even just toss a block under your sacrum. Press out into the strap. Stay here the whole time, 8 more breaths, or bring your fingers behind your shoulders, rise to your crown, that's it. And then push the floor away from you. Urdhva Dhanurasana, upright bow. Press your thighs out into the boundary of the strap. Good. Yep. Now move your chest to the wall behind you. Open your shoulders, your thoracic. 3 more. When you're ready, slowly, gently ease your way back down. You can move your strap out of the way. There it is. And then just windshield wiper your legs side to side, left to right for a moment. You can bring your arms into goalpost shape. And when you're ready, find Shavasana. Extend your arms and your legs. If there's any final pose you want to take, go for it. Maybe just hugging the knees in, or a happy baby pose to release around the back of your pelvis. And we'll meet up when you're ready in that final relaxation. Let go, let go, let go. Let all effort dissolve. Begin to deepen your breath. If you want to stay here longer, just mute me. Otherwise, bend your knees, slide your feet flat to the mat. Reach your right arm over your head and roll to your right side and rest here a breath or two on your side. When you're ready, use your hands to press up to any comfortable seat with your eyes still closed. And then gather your hands to Anjali Mudra at your heart center. And we'll seal our practice with the sound of Om from our separate spaces coming together. Deep breath in. Thank you for joining me tonight. Good to move and be with you all. Hope you feel good. Maybe give yourself a longer Shavasana if you need that today. That was a short one. I'll see you all again next Thursday.